So thank you all for joining. Taryn's gonna take lead of our call, but before she hops on, I just wanna say a few things about Taryn. So Taryn originally started as a discount coach in May of 2014. She was pretty quiet up until October when she started asking me questions about, how the business works. And so obviously she was, looking to get, maybe try and make the business work. So that was in October of 2014. She went crazy and did so much research on her own, asked a ton of questions, and she went diamond in just under 4 months in her business. She's now currently a 2-star diamond, and she's a premier coach as well. So as reason why I wanted Taryn to host is because she's badass, and I think she can offer a lot of information for everybody. So Taryn, go ahead. Do you have your list?
I do. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I have 2 sleeping kids and a husband, so I'm gonna let me know if I'm not talking loud enough.
Okay.
So I wrote down your questions. I'm just gonna go from there. So the first thing, actually, let me get my notebook because I wrote who asked me, and I just want to read it. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. The first question was, how do you work the business while being a mom, wife, and full-time nurse? And that was Alexa and also Samantha that asked that. So that's a hard question because I'm still working at that every day. I'm now 1 year and 4 months into coaching, and I feel like I'm finally starting to feel a little more comfortable with work-life balance. One thing is a more focused power hour, which a few people on my team have listened to Amy Reilman, which you guys should listen to. It's under Patrick Reilman on YouTube, called, it's a group power hour. Group power hours, it says genius, pure genius. But anyway, what it is, it's a focused power hour. It's a timed 10 minutes that you will follow up for 10 minutes, answer your messages for 10 minutes. I'm not going to go through exactly what they tell you to do because you can watch that YouTube. But what it did for me is it made me focused and timed, so I didn't sit there and start talking and chatting with people, liking people's stuff, and just kind of had to do each thing too, and not just what I felt like doing that night. One thing that's hard for me is expanding my network, so that 10 minutes is important for me. Also, when I work, to concentrate on work. When I'm with family, to concentrate on family. So if I'm with my family, don't be on your phone the whole time. I did that in the beginning, and then that kind of caused problems. So I do suggest that you just put your time and effort into whatever you're doing at that time. I listen to calls every day, whether it's coach calls, the Monday wake-up call. I'm out of breath, sorry. Literally, every time I'm in the car, I never listen to the radio. I'm listening to podcast, Audible for personal development, or YouTube coach calls. I listen to Patrick Reilman, like everyone from our upline that has a channel. And I think that that's really important, especially if you're feeling like the business is getting, anytime you wake up and you're like, I don't feel like doing this anymore, as soon as you listen to a call, you're pumped up. I just want to say one thing that I don't do that I want to start doing is plan out my posts more, because on days that I work 12-hour shifts as a nurse, it's hard for me to take time to post, and some of those days I do nothing, beach body, and it looks terrible. So Hootsuite is something that I have on my to-do list, planning and incorporating that. Any questions about that?
How do you spell Amy Reilman's last name? Is it R-I-E-H?
R-E-I-H.
R-E-I-H.
Yeah. I need a little more wine because I'm talking too fast.
Yeah, slow down. You're all right. You're doing good.
I'm not breathing.
I know how it is. Trust me, it's nerve-wracking being the person up here talking. My question, when you said you were on the phone a lot and it caused problems, what did you do to not be on your phone so much? Did you set certain time frames where you were on your phone and when you weren't on your phone?
I get more into that about Power Hour, but
That's fine.
No, but basically, I mean, I'm still on my phone a lot during the day, but if I'm like sitting down with my husband, I'm not, I used to bring it at the dinner table. I'm
No.
not going to do that anymore.
Nobody do
Even
that.
my kids would make comments like, you know, Mom, get off your phone. I'm trying to talk to you. You're not listening. So that's where I think it becomes a problem.
I agree. I tell everybody the same thing.
All right. You want me to go to the next one?
Yep.
Okay. So Alexa and Samantha also asked, how did you get to Diamond? And a top tip for coaches to get there. So I just wanted to start with, I became Emerald the week I decided to coach. I signed up my sister and my husband, and that was just sign them up, and that's it. Not a big deal, not a hard thing to do. And the best thing you can do for your business is just to become Emerald and start working. So as far as Diamond, there's no difference than becoming Emerald. I mean, you feel good, it looks good, you get a little more money, but there's no secret to it. You just recruit. So I did start with a lot of discount coaches, but again, I was a discount coach, and so Jenny lucked out with that. And
You lucked out.
I lucked out, yeah. But I have a lot of discount coaches, and the ones I looked back today that I signed up initially are still active, because if you find people passionate about Shakeology, they're going to stay with it. So I think there's nothing bad about discount coaches. It's a body, it's your 8, and that's what you need. Obviously, it doesn't give you volume or grow your business, so you have to keep recruiting, and that's one thing I've learned over the last 6 months, I'd say, is you're going to just stay where you're at unless you just keep going. So keep going, Emerald, is really all I have to say about that. Anybody? Question?
I have one.
Yep.
What? Hold on. I think somebody asked. All right. Somebody already asked that question at the end, so I won't ask it.
All right.
I'll wait.
I'm looking at my notes. Am I waiting on you?
No, you're all set. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So going forward, what I am trying to do, and it's just a little tip, is my goal for 2016 is just post daily about the coaching business, and just they want to see you. So just how coaching, affects you in your life, whether it's you bought something, you're with your family. You don't have to just keep saying like, do this, coaching's this, glimpse into coaching, but just kind of a little one-liner to get people to see how it really works in real life. The biggest thing I've learned since start to now, Alexa asked, the biggest thing I learned is recruiting is key. SC10 is worth it for the leads. I went this year, I messed up in December. And it was the next month was the worst month because I just never woke up to a nice surprise of a commission. But also more than that, I missed 10 Success Club All-Star because I wasn't working on myself in December, and it affected my business. But that's another thing I'm going to get into. Don't reinvent the wheel. We have a great upline. We just need to keep going. I know that for me, in the past year, I would try certain little things, which I know other coaches have too, and then basically it just makes no sense. They already are doing well, so why wouldn't we just take what we're given? So also, if you have a strong why and a clear vision, you just work on yourself and helping others. The money and the rank are going to come, so not to just concentrate on that. And then, like, my biggest thing is obviously the 3 vital behaviors is really all we need. So that's it. How do you go from 0 to 10 at the end of the month?
I like this question.
I know. Okay, so my big thing is since I started was Success Club 10 was really important for me. 5 is non-negotiable, and 10 was always my not. I'd like to think my 10 was non-negotiable. And like I said, in December was the only month of 2015 that I didn't make it. And that, looking back, was because I wasn't working on myself anymore. I wasn't doing the 3 vital behaviors. And so my business was affected. So that was a huge eye-opening thing for me. I even started thinking in December that, the title Success Club really didn't mean much. If I got 5, that's fine. But I knew in my heart that really wasn't true. So I'm back and never going to get less than 10. Another thing is that, I'm just going to read this because I'm getting lost. Yeah. Vital behaviors is the only way to make Success Club. And if you're doing those vital behaviors and you're still worried about meeting your goal at the end of the month, I think incentives work.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how I go from low to 10 at the end, sometimes I have to buy a challenge pack for my mom and dad, and sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. For 2016, I vowed to myself that I won't have to do that anymore. My goal is to hit 10 by the 15th. I like to do it by the 10th. And then after that, I'm going to concentrate on my team and recruiting. So I learned that at leadership is to never lose sight of your business. And if you do that in the beginning of the month, then you can help your team better and you can recruit. So this month I'm already at 11. I've recruited 4 coaches, and now the rest of the month I feel good. I can kind of help my team come up with new ideas for next month. So that's that.
Perfect.
Power Hour. So Power Hour has been an ongoing, I don't know. Until I listened to Amy Reelman's YouTube, I had trouble with Power Hour. I would just kind of start talking on Facebook to people. I would message people, they'd write back, so then I'd message them back. I wasn't setting a time for each, increment. So now that I've read about that, I think that helps a lot. And then recently I also signed up for TeamZ, which everyone should look into that. It is free for 30 days and then it's $30 a month, but it's legit made a huge difference in my life. So what that is you can import all your contacts from Facebook and all your customers from Beachbody. And from there, it just literally pops up who the next person is that you need to touch base with. And so I realized a couple months ago that I wasn't even following up with some of my challengers from past that kind of fell off. So I think that that's huge. I think that if we're going to sell challenge packs, we need to, coach like we say we're going to. So I think that that's helped me just this month, just because I've gone into my Facebook, I've looked up certain people that I haven't talked to in a while because they popped up on my list to do. And even if I don't feel comfortable messaging them, I can just like and comment on their picture, type in what I did, and then it will pop up in, I don't know yet, a couple weeks, I think. So that helps. I'm all over the place. Do you have any questions about Power Hour? I think it's a tough one. It depends on your schedule. My schedule is kind of different every day with my husband's schedule and my nursing. So I think TeamZ helps me because no matter where I put my hour, I just know where to go with it. I don't have to think about, who I need to follow up with and who I need to touch base with. Have you looked at that yet, Jenny?
I did, yes. I can't figure out what happened to my Facebook stuff when I downloaded it and where it went, so I need to upload that still. But I have all my contacts from Beachbody in there, so I haven't fully sat down to look at it yet, but I think everybody should definitely check it out. It's TeamZ with a ZY at the end.
Yeah.
And it just kind of helps you be a little bit more organized and keep track of your people and when you talk to them and whatnot.
Someone asked what's the best way to explain to people how coaching and Beachbody can benefit them. Should you show them a video or a link? And I think the best way is just to show you and to post you, unless you make a video yourself. Sorry, that's my dog. You can obviously share videos and stuff if they ask for it, or if you want to just message them something quick. But I think the biggest way is just going to be to post and to show yourself and how it affects your life. So, anything else on that?
I have shared a what is coaching call that has gotten a lot of good response. And then typically, when they decide that they like that call and they want more information, I'll typically add them to a coach group and then go from there as well. And all this information is actually in this bunch of call links in the file section of our coach group, so you can always check there as well. That's all.
Susan asked what it's like to be a premier coach. So
the same, right?
So basically, it's just funny to like be talking because I'm just obviously like the same as all of you. But I have to say, like, premier coach. So I didn't even know it was even gonna happen for me. I got a call when I became 2-star from the sales team, and he said, you know, you're on track to be a premier coach, and I had no clue that was even an option. So I mean, obviously, it was a nice. Well, when he told me that, I had a couple more months to work at it, so I was more focused. I looked it up. I kind of got into it. I was added to an elite group, which was really exciting. I knew I wasn't going to be an elite coach because you have to be 5-star, but I really thought, you know what, if I can do this, then I'm going to do it. So I tried, you know, to stay the course, and I wasn't sure if I was going to make it, and I made it by 2 points, which is crazy. The thing about being a premier coach, it's not about you, it's about your team. So there would be no way for me to do that without the coaches, you know, who worked hard, who got the volume, and of course for my 2 diamonds. So it motivated me. Recognition does motivate me. So now I'm definitely going to be elite in 2016. And that is something that you guys should all have for a goal, is if you become 2-star, you can be premier. I mean, there's no question. So so it feels good, but it's the same. I mean, no matter listening at leadership to Melanie Mitro and a couple of the huge upline successful coaches, every day they have to do what we do. Mm-hmm. I mean, they literally say 90% of their business is them still. I think Melanie's probably more 80-20. But basically they say, like, you can't lose sight of doing your own 3 vital behaviors or it's just not going to work. So, and that kind of leads me into the leadership takeaways that Rachel asked. So leadership was awesome. It was great to be there with people that were all motivated. And it was just nice to hear, like I just said, that there is no secret sauce. Like, legit, you just do the 3 vital behaviors. So they said, you know, try to get your coaches to Success Club 5, make your 5 non-negotiable, recruit. And then another thing that I brought home was they said recognition, and I don't know if this is going to go officially, but is the 4th vital behavior. I think it might be.
I think it is. It's pretty sure it is.
Yeah, so that's it. I mean, they just drove home that you need to hit Success Club and your coaches have to. And that was basically it. I mean, that's the business. So you need to work out, drink a shake, and work on yourself and help people. And so there's really nothing else.
Okay.
What else?
How do you, hold on, your top tips for helping your coaches reach diamond?
Oh yeah, I think I added that into the other one that
okay.
Yeah, I added that into it. And basically I just said that they need to just keep going emerald. There's really nothing to help I don't think, to help your coaches come diamond.
Yeah, you can't do it for them, right?
It's basically
you can help motivate them, but they have to do it themselves.
Right. You need 8 coaches and you need the 2 emeralds. So you just need more coaches.
You gotta go find them, recruit them.
Right.
Did we talk about your husband being supportive of the business yet?
No. Save the best for last. Okay. So, yes, my husband is supportive. That being said, in the beginning, it was tough because I was always on my phone. All of a sudden, I'm working out on my phone, on the computer, going to Nashville, dressing up. If you look at me now, this is how I am at home all the time. So what that took was a conversation. And when I came back from Summit, you know, he said to me, like, you know, we literally had like a huge conversation, wine and lots of conversation, but you need to communicate, and I needed to make, like I said, work, and family time. And we just needed to communicate about the business and make him feel like part of it, that I'm not like going off and doing my own thing. This is for us. for the money that I make from Beachbody, it's not my money, it's ours. So that's just something that we do. Just like if he does a detail, then it's not his money. So anyone can do whatever they want with their money. But my point is just that to include him and to communicate and just make sure that your spouse knows that they're not like second to your business. And I think that's it. Ever since then, he's been, even more like positive about the business, and that he doesn't mind the money coming in either.
Do you mind maybe sharing a money timeline with anyone?
No, I don't. I wrote it down just in case. So
we're probably curious.
Yeah, my first week I made 150. There were 2 weeks I made 98, but other than that, I never made under that. My first month I made 608. Month 6 I made 2,068. And then the jump isn't as much. Month 12, 2643. So then looking at my current month, and this is what I mean about the last few, I'd say over the last 6 months, I've noticed huge jumps in my income and then kind of flattening out. And I know that that's because the speed of recruiting. So now I am like full-fledged recruit mode, because it's not about finding more challengers. It's about growing my business. And you can't sit there. What I try to do, and I know a few coaches do this, is like try to like work with those few people, like those first people that came on with you because you feel like you owe them, or they were they're your team, and you try so hard to get them to work, and you can't. You just have to give them the information, support and motivate them, but you can't make them do the business. Just like challengers that fall off, you can't feel bad and feel like you suck as a coach. So basically you just have to keep going. So that's where I'm at now. I have just in the last 2 months, like especially this month, I can already see like a lot of traction in my business. And that's just me like, with my new follow-ups, I feel like that's helping, and I feel like my recruiting emphasis is helping, and then just me concentrating on myself and meeting my goals. So hopefully see a jump. But either way, I'm not going to complain about, $2,000 a month for doing what I love. So.
Anybody have a question?
What is Rachel saying? Right leg rules.
What did she say?
Yeah, Rachel and I share a leg. She said right leg rules.
Oh, how'd you know what she said? I couldn't even make it up.
Under the chat.
Oh, she typed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody has a question? Anybody? Andrea, you usually have questions.
Stop yawning, Francione.
Oh, she just shut up. All right, nobody has a question, and we can call it a night then.
No, I have a question.
Oh, yeah, I knew you would.
Say. So how do you, I guess this is what I struggle with, is keeping everything separate, because I don't have kids. It's just a boyfriend. I shouldn't say just a boyfriend.
Oh.
But it's like, I feel like we both tend to be on our phones, whether we're on Facebook or whatever. And I definitely more so than he is, but he tends to get frustrated because I'm like, oh, it'll only just take a minute. Right. And then a half an hour later, I'm like,
I know. Well, I think
I sneak to the bathroom. I take my phone with me.
Oh, you sneak to the bathroom.
And I take my phone with me. I'm like, I'll be right back. I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. One of my favorite times too is like when we like, he'll be asleep or something. I'll like grab my phone in bed and like under the covers I check in with all the groups. But yeah, I think just try to be mindful. But I'm not going to say I'm not on my phone all the time. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just individual, and you just need to be mindful.
Or I think, too, I know that you guys don't really see each other during the week, Andrea. So when you are with each other on the weekends, just you guys come to some sort of, understanding that, from 8 to 9 a.m., you're going to just do this really quick, and then that's it for the day, and put your phone away,
Right. It's hard because I'm still in that phase where I feel like every time somebody asks me a question, I have to get back to them.
I told you not to answer them.
I know, I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Set those hours, and especially if it's a weekend, hold on one second. especially if it's a weekend. I mean, they're not going to go anywhere, so it can wait. Trust me.
I think that's what helped too about the Amy's YouTube is just like you need to send a message and literally not, if they respond to you right away, that you don't even answer them, which is like that was a huge change for me, because I would say, no, I got to respond. I just said, how are you? And they answered me. I have to like respond or else look like, an idiot. But it forces you not to do it. And I think it was like a good practice for me, because now like I don't even look at it, So I think that
I have 54 unread messages right now. So I definitely don't respond right away to a lot of messages, because some of them take, I have to sit and like think about it. And a lot of the times I'm on the go with the kids and someone asks me a 4-page question, I can't sit there and respond right away. So when I finally get the chance to sit down at the computer, it could literally be 3 days later and I respond. Unfortunately, sometimes they have to wait. And most of the time they're fine. They understand that I'm a mother and I'm busy, and they're going to understand. So I don't feel like you need to do that, Andrea. You definitely don't have to.
Okay. Thank you, ladies.
I try not to make all you guys wait 3 days. So usually just customers.
Oh yeah. And I turned all a lot of my notifications out.
That's key.
Listen to a call on that. Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
How long do you wait, like when you're building a relationship with someone, do you, ask them to like join your challenge group or present the biz or something to them?
So I think when I first became a coach, I was looking back at messages and like horrified, because I just like asked people, which I know sometimes that's not bad, but I'm kind of taking a different approach now, where I'm just kind of being present on Facebook and liking and commenting, and they're going to see my stuff and they're going to, that's the way I'm looking at it right now, is I'm kind of not asking people as much on the challenge group stuff. More with coaching, I think it's easier to message them, because it's like more of a compliment. Like, I think you'll be good at this, instead of I think you need a program.
Yeah.
And as far as one of my to-dos is to expand my network on Instagram. So I don't know yet. I'm just getting into that, like legit, like after listening to Rachel's call, and Jen just did a thing on the Monday Wake Up Call, which I'm still waiting for on podcast, by the way, not popping up. But so I don't know, because that's one thing I'm going to have to work at too. I don't know how long you do until you.
I know, because since I started using Teamsy, it's been easier to like keep track of like who I've talked to. Yeah. And I've looked back at some of my messages too from when I first Sorry, my kids are.
And it's like horrifying.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. And then so I've definitely like changed my approach, and like, but it's like waiting for people to come to you almost.
So Nikki, one thing that I started doing, so anytime I do a transformation post or a challenge group post, anybody that liked the post that I haven't already, been working with, I message them and just say, thank you.
Just like say hi or whatever.
Yeah, so I go right in. I message.
Oh, you do?
Thank you.
They commented.
If it's one of my transformation photos, I go right in and say, thank you for liking my post on my transformation, and I just kind of make a blurb about my journey and just say, thank you for your support. I have a new group starting on such and such date. Would you be interested in hearing more information on it? And I send it, and I've gotten probably 5 customers from doing that. So.
Yeah, I should start doing that more. So I do that with like my like page too. Like people who like my page, I'll message them and.
Yep. And I do that with coach posts too. So if I do a coach post and it gets like 50 likes but no comments, I'll scroll through and see who the people are that are liking it. And if it's somebody that I'm not working with or that isn't already a coach, and I make sure that they're not a coach for someone else, I'll message them and say the same exact thing but in a coach terms. And I found that I've gotten a lot of people interested that way as well.
Okay.
So yeah.
And fake it till you make it. That's a big one for me.
I don't know if you guys have realized, but if you've noticed, but I'm pretending that I'm like 15-star diamond with my new little logo and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
a team front like that, presenting, yourself as a brand basically is not what draws people to you, but it makes you look more legit. Even
more confident,
if you don't feel that way,
Yeah.
I mean,
Little do you know, I don't know anything. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it gives you that boost too to like, it's still hard for me to post on Facebook. Like it's awkward. So when you think that way, you kind of pump yourself up. Like I am, you fake it till you make it. Like I know, I can do this. But
we can all do this. I mean, I don't feel like I'm any different than anybody else. So, I sit here and I do my power hour and I do everything else just like everybody else.
I think I should start doing weekly calls though, so I can get a little bit better on.
It takes a little bit. I still get nervous.
Oh God.
You guys.
Anyway.
I had to record videos for one of those groups and I was dying.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, it's awful.
I just want to say too, like, so just my biggest things is the YouTube, as I said. I feel like that's like huge for me. If you guys don't do that, just go to YouTube and like follow people. You can subscribe to their channels. And Audible has been really big for personal development because I probably can read a page or two here and there, but like with kids and work, Audible's huge to get your personal development on that. I haven't read a book, but I've listened to Slight Edge, Compound Effect, Eat That Frog, like You're a Badass, like all that stuff. And it helps because it can be a hard business, especially when you feel like people are just unfriended you or someone just told you that, basically you suck for asking them to be part of your group or whatever. So
there's haters everywhere, but we're better than that.
That's right. That's right.
Anybody else have a question? No? No?
Is this the video?
What?
Karen, is this the video? Hold on.
Melissa's pulling it up.
Yeah, probably. What does it say?
Amy's daily Beachbody test is like 9 minutes, almost
No.
10 minutes.
No, just search in the search, right, Amy Reelman Power Hour, and it will come up, but it will come up under Patrick Reelman's YouTube channel. But if you Amy Reelman
Search in
Power Hour
YouTube. Okay.
search in YouTube, yeah, it's really good.
Melissa, if you find it, can you post it in the group?
I can post it for you guys. And
that.
what it's about is not only how to do your power hour, but that she has these group power hours with her team. So they legit do this like on Zoom, and we've done this a couple times.
I like that idea.
Kristen and Susan, but you play music and you kind of go like, all right, 10 minutes, everybody now like answer your messages. And then when the 10 minutes is up, it's like, okay, everybody now like and comment on 10 people. So it's kind of neat because it makes you sit down and do it. You're not going to get distracted and go do something else. So
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Might have to try that with wine involved.
Yes, exactly.
I did it with Patrick the other day.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You did it with Patrick? All right, we have a crush on Patrick. So if you guys want to subscribe to his channel, he's really awesome.
All right, we're going to get kicked off in a minute here, so thank you.
All right, thank you guys for coming on.
We'll have to have Taryn do more so she gets more comfortable.
I know. Sorry.
That's okay, you did
I'm
great.
going to do my hair next time, too. I planned on it.
Look at me, I'm in a hood.
I know.
Look at my shirt.
I look like a Q-tip again. Who said that? Oh, Melissa's shirt is awesome.
Who has been, oh, yeah.
Do a close-up. It's flowers.
And I have matching pants.
Spattered on you.
That's cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
flowers.
All right.
It's the Walking Dead over there.
All right, guys. I will upload the link once it's done uploading to YouTube or whatnot for everybody so you can share with your teams and whatnot. So thank you all for hopping on.
Thank you.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.